Welcome to the Great Old Ones Gaming Podcast for part 2 of a very special playthrough of Delta Green in Dennis Detwiller's
Night Floors.
Our cast of agents, Solar J as Dr. Markov, Giovanni C as Agent Santos, and Nate as Agent Robert Morgan. I am your host and innkeeper, Vase Odin. When we last left our agents, they were looking into the disappearance of Abigail Wright and were finding increasingly disturbing secrets deep within the McCallister building. Worse, they discovered some strange symbols that led Agent Morgan to believe that Abigail, and maybe the entire building, had somehow come under the influence of the King in Yellow. Our team of agents last discovered a page from a play which described events that had occurred mere moments before. Let's go back to our agents. Okay, so Thomas is obviously the Thomas Manuel. They're talking about Abigail. She moved upstairs, and they're talking about the fourth floor, but there's no fourth floor. If this is based on real life, I wonder if when they say the dad is a pig, if they're talking about him being a cop, or if they're actually saying that he's a sleazebag. I don't know. Robert Morgan, are you in the apartment with them when you're making your phone call?
No, I'm in the hallway.
Okay. So then I'll need Dr. Christian Markov and Arnolfo Marti to make me a sanity roll.
Ooh, right. So, first roll of the game.
Okay, so I have a 64 sanity right now, and I roll a 22. Man, what's with these double numbers? 99, then a 22. You rolled a 31?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you pass then. You just get this strange feeling that you're being watched, but you're able to shake it off.
Very strange. Do we hear a dog barking as we're reading it, or...?
No. All right, so, Robert Morgan, you're making the phone call to Art Life?
Yep.
You get the receptionist. Yes, Art Life. How may I direct your call?
I am looking to speak with the property manager of the McCallister building.
Oh, well, there's not a property manager per se. It's managed by Art Life, but I can get you to the owner, Cynthia LaChance.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
Excellent. Please hold. Cynthia LaChance, how may I be of service?
Yes, this is Agent Robert Morgan of the FBI. We're doing an investigation of the missing persons report. I'm looking into the disappearance of an Abigail Wright that recently lived in your building, and I was wondering if you could potentially give me some further information in regards to this case.
Well, yes, the police approached me, and I wouldn't say lived, right? I mean, she's still officially a tenant till the end of the month. She's paid up to the end of the month. Anyways, we cater to artists. I love art, and I started this building to help struggling artists in New York have a place to live and kind of have a mind meld of inspiration from each other. And that is what the McCallister building has become. Now, I don't know much about Abigail's disappearance. I know she was a nice girl, and she paid 6 months of rent ahead of time when she first moved in March.
Do you know where she lived previously?
I don't know.
That information wasn't on a rental application?
No, we don't run such checks here. Because they're artists, a lot of them live on the streets, and we don't want to embarrass them. So we provide housing as long as they have the money to pay the rent.
Gotcha. So you personally don't know much about Abigail, is that correct?
Not that much, that I know of, no.
And I'm assuming there's no security?
Unfortunately, no security. We don't have a lobby attendant or anything.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a broken, toilet or something, we have to hire work from outside. We don't have a handyman of any sort.
Back to the matter at hand, however, I was wondering if I could potentially get a list of all the tenants currently in the building, along with information about the fourth floor of the building.
Fourth floor? Do you mean the third floor?
Sorry, yes. The ground floor and then the 3 floors.
The third floor is empty. We have no tenants there. And you want information on the tenants? I'd be happy to send you a list by email if you'd like.
That would be wonderful, yes.
They won't be tenants for long, though.
For long?
Yeah, it's just the strangest thing. I've never had to evict an entire building before, but it seems that this month is going to mark the first time that happens.
Can you elaborate? I'm confused. I recently spoke with a tenant of yours yesterday and earlier today, Mr. Thomas Manuel. Are you familiar with this tenant?
Oh yeah, Thomas Manuel, of course, apartment B20.
Mm.
Yeah, he's going to be evicted. He hasn't paid his rent. None of them have.
In how long?
None of them. Only Abigail is paid up through the end of the month. Well, they haven't paid in 2 months.
That's very strange.
They've been lenient enough, to be honest.
I totally understand, absolutely. When do you plan on evicting these people?
Well, we're starting the court proceedings now so that we can get it done by the end of the month.
Interesting. Okay.
Or at least initiate it at the end of the month. You know, we have to give them their time, 30 days, which of course we will grant them.
Another question as well, and this may seem strange as I'm sure you don't stop by the building at all regularly, but do you happen to know anything about a man in a gray pinstripe suit with a gray dog and a white briefcase?
No, in relation to what?
It's in relation to a potential lead of our case.
I've never heard of such a man. Are you saying in the building?
Presumably.
No, never heard of such a thing. You know, these artists, if they're telling you about some guy, maybe they're on drugs.
That's potentially true. Well, thank you for your time.
Yes, and anything else I can help, definitely feel free to reach out. She sends you the email list right away, and it's the same tenants you know about. There's not a single tenant that's different.
Mm-hmm.
All match the numbers that you know of. Now, as you guys are kind of looking over this play that you found during your search, and as you're hanging up the call and checking your email, the parents arrive. So you hear someone coming in through the lobby, and it's Elaine and Arthur Manuel. Oh God, Arthur, I'm so happy that they found him. Oh, thank you so much, Agent, for finding him. We are with the Manuels, Elaine, and this is my husband, Arthur. Hello.
Of course. Come. He's still in the building.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh God sent you from above. So you guys walk on over to Thomas's door. You knock, and no one answers.
He was just here a second ago, and I've been in the hallway the entire time. I'm just gonna knock again.
You have been. You know he hasn't left. There's no sound.
Alright. Well, let's just go in. Maybe he's in the bathroom or something.
The door's locked.
What the...
Thomas, open up! Thomas! Let us in!
Open the fucking door, Thomas!
Thomas! No answer, no talking.
I'll walk out into the corridor.
Can't you do something?
Bust the door open.
You're gonna kick the door?
I'm gonna fucking kick the door. So let's do
Alright,
this.
you're gonna have to roll me a check for this.
Alright, I'm totally...
So it's gonna be a 100-sided die versus your strength by 5.
Yes! Alright, I got a 35.
35 is good enough. You boom, you kick the door open, breaking the lock, and Mrs. Manuel is like, oh God, don't shoot him, please. And suddenly you see sitting on the couch with the headphones on is Thomas, and he's like, takes his headphones off. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, Thomas. So the Manuels go running to him, and they hug him, and he's looking at you guys like, what the hell?
Are you fucking deaf? Jesus, we've been knocking on the door for a minute.
I'm right here, okay? I haven't heard a single knock. I don't know what you guys are talking about, okay? No one's knocked on the door. There's no need to break my door. Now, who's gonna fix the door? God, I gotta call the frickin' Art Life people. Who are these? Oh, Mom, Dad, hey, can you get off of me? Get off of me. Oh, Thomas, you don't understand. That's strange, man. What man? What are you talking about? What man? The parents notice there's a locket, like a chained, like little locket, like picture locket, sitting on the table in the kitchen. And they're like, "Oh, you still have the locket we gave you." And they kind of walk up to it and open it up. See, this is a picture of us we gave to Thomas, and they open it up to show it to you, but there are no pictures in there. It's like they were ripped off from the locket, from inside the locket.
Is there any signs of like a struggle with the device? Like, did someone like forcibly remove the pictures, or does it just look blank?
Yeah, like they scraped them off, like peeled them off and then try to scrape the glue.
Strange. I don't see any pictures. All I see is glue.
Oh, Thomas, what happened to the pictures? Huh? Oh, yeah, I was getting them restored, so I was gonna put better quality ones. Yeah.
Restored?
Yeah, professional restoration services,
Can I inspect the locket to see if he's bullshitting?
Yeah, you do inspect the locket. I mean, it looks like it was like scraped off like aggressively, like the pictures were scraped off aggressively, and it almost seems like there's no way that pictures were torn off of that and kept in good shape to be restored.
Okay. Yeah. So that's fucking weird. All right. Well, I guess I'll ask. I'll go ahead and ask the two parents. This strange man, can you tell us more about him?
It's all I know is what I told you on the phone. He was tall, he had a pinstripe suit and white tipped shoes and a big gray dog. And he said that Thomas didn't live here anymore. Mom, clearly I live here, okay? So I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you went to the wrong door. Thomas, we didn't go to the wrong door.
And do you assume your parents don't know where you live? Or are you actively trying to avoid them?
I don't know, they're old. Maybe they're getting a little senile. I'm sorry, Mom, but it's true, okay? You guys have made some mistakes sometimes, too, okay? Like when Dad bumped it, he was pulling out of the parking, and he bumped into my car and didn't even notice. Come on.
Yeah, but I think a little driving accident is different than being convicted to know where your son lives. That seems much more pertinent information, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you for finding him. Thomas, please call us. Stay in touch. Thank you so much. We'll leave you. What are you doing? What are you doing, Thomas? I was just listening to some music. Okay. Okay. Well, then you get back to that. We'll come see you on the weekend.
It's nice to see you, I guess.
Thank you again for finding him.
Of course. All in a day's work.
So who's gonna fix the door?
Shut the fuck up about the door. Nobody fucking cares. Listen, buddy. You don't realize your parents are, worried sick about you for weeks?
I told you I was trying to call them and I couldn't remember their numbers because the phone was missing. That's all.
Or is it because you're really high on some stupid shit right now?
Look, I don't do no shit no more. I'm clean.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
I'm trying to be polite here, and you're being rude. You kicked my door in, and now you're being very accusatory.
Well, your parents filed a missing persons report 2 days ago. Your landlord is about to evict you from your apartment, and you've been sitting in here listening to music with your headphones so loud that you couldn't hear my bashing of the door for several minutes. So you're either real fucking high or real fucking stupid. So pick one, pal.
Okay. Whatever, guy. I'm just gonna go back to my business, alright? What's your alertness at?
50.
You don't hear music. You know when headphones are really loud? You don't hear any music coming from headphones.
That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the record player or the stereo that's playing the music and inspect it.
What are you doing, man?
I just want to see what you're listening to.
Fine. I mean, sure. It's my meditations, alright? So you put on the headphones?
Mm-hmm.
How long are you listening for? You're not hearing anything.
I'll listen for 15 seconds, and then I'll kind of stare at Christian and at Santos and be like, I don't hear anything. Kind of motioning to my ears, I get nothing. And then I'll look at Thomas and be like, yeah, you're fucking high. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting nothing out of these headphones. And I take them off and I go, here, one of you guys listen to it. Maybe I'm deaf. I don't know.
I'll humour him and have a listen.
You guys don't hear a thing. You don't hear anything. And as you're standing there, your phone is ringing, Doctor.
I take my the headphones off and promptly answer.
Hey, it's Marcus.
Hello, Marcus. How can I help?
Dr. Markov, I tried calling, I tried calling, Robert, but, He must have it on vibrate or something. You're not going to believe this. Another disappearance. This marks 3. So we got Abigail, we got Thomas, Manuel, and now apparently there was a cable guy that was sent to disconnect the cable. Never made it to the McCallister building.
Right. He never actually got to the building at all.
No, his name is David Langford. He was sent to disconnect the cable near the end of his shift. It was right around 4:30. They told him to go over to the McCallister building to disconnect the cable for all of the tenants.
And he never got here. Right. Well, I'll have a look into that. We found Thomas, by the way. We're with him at the moment.
Oh, you found him? Great. Where was he?
Yeah, he was in his room. It's very strange. He couldn't remember his parents' number. We contacted them. Robert met them in the hall, and we had to actually force the door in to find him. But he was just sitting in his room.
Well, that's bizarre. Yeah, there's definitely some fishy stuff going on in that building, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know if you can find anything about this David Langford cable guy.
Oh, we'll look into it straight away, Marcus. Did you find out anything more about the King in Yellow?
Still working on it. Apparently it's a play, but it's also some kind of a god of some kind for some extra-dimensional land called Carcosa. I'm still looking deeper into it.
Thank you, Marcus.
I'm tapping Dr. Malikov on the shoulder before he hangs up.
Sorry. Santos wanted a word with you, Marcus.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll take the phone here. Let me talk. I heard you heard somebody else disappearing, man.
Yeah, the cable guy seems to be missing. We don't know if it's connected. I mean, he never made it to the building, apparently, but something to look into, I guess.
Now, how... Oh, he never make it here.
That's what they say. His car disappeared.
Any of these guys have TV? I'm gonna look around and ask the other 2 guys. And do you guys notice any TVs?
Nope.
No, not in any of the apartments.
And there's no phones for sure. How they know he never got here? Marcus, how they know they never got here?
The police report said that he was radioed to come at the end of his shift at 4:30. He was radioed to come to the building and shut the cable off, but then he never checked in. He never made it in. So somewhere between his last stop, which he did leave, and this stop, he was gone. So his truck was never found either. So they're thinking maybe he just left. So it may not be connected, but you never know about these things.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, sounds good. I'll keep you guys. I'll keep in touch if I find anything else for you guys.
Okay, thank you, Marcus. Okay, guys, we never have asked that Michelle C10 or what was it, C10, C20. We never asked her anything, and she's on that script. She knows who the salesperson is. She knows about his white shoes and his dog.
Alright guys, it is now 12:30 in the afternoon. Where are you guys going?
Okay, we're gonna go investigate. We're gonna go talk to Michelle up in the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Just before we go, I'm going to ask Thomas, does he know anyone called Mark Rourke?
No. I don't know anyone named Mark Rourke. No. No idea who that might be.
Always helpful as always, Thomas. Thank you very much.
And Thomas, before I leave you, hi, I'm Santos.
Hi, Santos.
I have a question for you. Have you seen any dogs in this building?
Any dogs? No, not that I can think of. I know my parents said there was some guy with a dog, but I've never seen any dogs in here. No, I don't think they're allowed to be in here.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. I'd say I'd lock the door behind you, but you kicked it in. So Go figure. He just kind of like shakes his head. He shakes his head.
As we leave, I kind of try to like shittily put the door back up. We'll consider it an open invitation.
All right, so you guys are heading upstairs then to talk to apartment C10, Michelle Van Fitz, is that right? So you knock on the door and there's no answer. She might be working. It is 12:30.
Yeah, I'm not going to kick open this door just yet.
Can we look through? Is there a keyhole to look through? Or is it a modern lock?
It's like a modern keyhole. Yeah, a modern lock, so you can't really see that well through it.
Question. In the email that I received from ArtLife, was there a list of phone numbers to go along with the tenants, or is it just the basic information?
Oh, yeah, they all had phone numbers.
Okay. Well, I have her phone number. We could just call her. See if she's at work.
It's a good idea.
It goes straight to voicemail. Hello, you've reached Michelle Van Fitz. Leave a message.
Hang up. Call it again.
Hello, you've reached Michelle Van Fitz. Leave a message.
She might be an escort, man. Hey, you know who we can call too? Why don't we go see the dad at the police station? Because he may have known who the salesman is that Michelle was dating.
Perhaps. Perhaps we could check their logs from their previous interviews.
So, from your memory, when you first arrived and got kind of the lowdown on what was going on, the dad did tell you he didn't know of her dating anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. I think we should check out the third floor.
I get a bad feeling about that.
Well, we could also look into the history of the building. See if there was ever a fourth floor to the building, or what happened about the third floor.
Yeah, I'm much more of I'd rather go up there than waste my time reading more fucking shit, so yeah, let's just do it. Whatever. I'm gonna just tightly hold the grip of my pistol as we walk up the stairs, if that's what we decide to do.
I don't know what your problem is, Robert.
I don't know what your fascination with going up to that creepy-ass floor is, man.
It's just a floor of a building.
Yeah, I can't help but shake this feeling. But, fuck it, let's go.
Do you want me to hold your hand?
It might be necessary.
So you guys go up holding hands, and you come up the third floor, skipping and hopping. You're a very alert skill, and besides the fact that Robert Morgan has been up there the day before and noticed that the third floor had been recently walked on, you could see signs of someone having been up there recently, from recent footprints and
right.
fresh stains from shoes and stuff on the carpeted floor. There are 4 apartments, and there is another door that leads up. You're familiar with at least Morgan is familiar with buildings in New York where this would probably lead to the roof, kind of an emergency escape type of thing.
Is there anything in the hallway denoting that people had lived there? Was there any welcome mats or particular, I guess, things on the doors themselves that might indicate that somebody had lived there previously?
No, that everything's been cleaned of any indication that someone lived there. So probably, it seems to you that's been several months, maybe even over a year since anyone's lived up in the third floor.
So is the area really dusty and?
Yeah, all the doorknobs on top are dusty. There's clear indication that the only thing that's been recently traveled up on there is the hallway, and then kind of that exit going up type thing.
Okay. Can I use forensics to see if anyone else had touched any of the doorknobs?
They're all full of dust, so there's no indication of any touching. Even a 20% forensics would tell you that.
From the map that I recorded in Abigail's room, there were some closets on the third floor that were mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah, which room were they in?
Pretty much all the closets in every apartment on the third floor.
Right. Okay. Well, I try one of the doors.
It's locked.
Do you need me to get it?
Yeah, it'd be helpful.
Alright. Give this a whack here. Alright.
It's an empty room. It's, there's dust on, like a layer of dust on the ground and all over. There's spider webs and, there's a few cockroaches scurrying about, but there's nothing. It's clearly abandoned, like has not been lived in for a long time.
And the closet?
The closet, you open the closet, it's clearly empty as well. Nothing special, nothing remarkable. You search more intently, and there's no indications of any secret compartments or anything of the sort.
All right, looks like another blank. So I'll walk out. Nothing in there, folks. I suggest we maybe quickly check the roof.
All right, so you guys go upstairs. It's clearly an exit to the roof. You go upstairs. There's the roof. What are all of your either? You can use forensics. You can use perception. Not perception. What is it? Alertness. Forensics, alertness above a 50 on any of those.
Yeah, my alertness is 70.
Okay. What do you have, Morgan?
I have a 50.
So you two notice kind of a little crumpled piece of paper on the roof. So when you pick it up, I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like a yellowed receipt, and it's made out to Abigail Laura Wright, and the signature.
So I'm assuming this is like a carbon copy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not like a yellow copy, but like it was white, but it's yellowed with age. The signature of the person who filled it out can't be read. It's basically a scrawl, and it's a receipt for 1 month's rent, $850 in July, for the occupation of apartment A10. In the layout of the building, this is pretty much an implication that the apartment is in the basement. But there's no apartment in the basement. There's just 4 storage rooms in the basement. And based on your forensic skill level, you can tell the handwriting is recent, but the receipt is old.
Huh. I'm gonna hand it over to Santos and see what he thinks.
So my forensics is 50, my alertness is 70. I don't know if I can find anything else.
So with a 50 of forensics, you are able to know that this type of receipt has not been used in decades. It's certainly an old style receipt, and it's strange that it's made out to Abigail, as if someone's paying her rent for an apartment in the basement.
Yeah, can you believe that? $850? I would kill for rent like that.
And New York City, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So either this apartment is a dump, and she's getting what she's paying for, or there's something real strange about this.
And why is it on the roof?
You guys have been to the basement, right?
I went down there, but there wasn't anything down there other than a table and some... nothing.
Why don't we call the landlord and find out if Abigail was also paid for the basement?
Okay. Alright, I'll give her a call. So go ahead and give Art Life a call again.
Cynthia LaChance.
Cynthia, it's Agent Morgan again.
Yes. Oh, hi, Agent Morgan.
Do you have an apartment A10 in the McCallister building?
No, that that used to be an apartment number before Art Life bought the building, but we've turned it into just a basement and storage units. There's no A10. Why?
So there used to be an A10, though, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking over 10 years ago,
Okay.
maybe more.
Hmm.
Why?
Well, we were further investigating into our case of Abigail Wright, and on the rooftop we found a receipt for a rent payment for apartment A10.
Oh, that's strange.
Ask her how old this building is, man.
How old is the building?
Oh. Oh, wow. The McCallister building is very old. Um, from my understanding, it dates back to the 1800s as far as I remember. It's very, very old. But it's been well kept. We've done all the proper maintenance and such.
Right. But you've never had an apartment 810 for as long as Art Life has owned the building?
No, no, no. Oh, here it is. The building was built in 1924, so not quite the 1800s, but still quite old.
I'm gonna take a second to kind of like hold my hand over the mic of the phone and look at Santos and be like, are we sure that that's actually what it says? And who's the receipt made out to? It's for Art Life, right?
It's made out to Abigail.
Oh, so the receipt is made out to Abigail? So someone...
As if she was the one renting it. Like she owned it.
Huh. Do you happen to know who the previous owners of the building was before you happened to purchase the building?
Oh, well, the building was abandoned for a few years, and that's why we got such a good deal on it. And then, yeah, we purchased it from an investment company that just happened to own it. Before that, I'm not quite sure.
What was the name of the investment company? And do you have their contact information?
I'll have to look for it. I can get back to you with that information. I'd be happy to.
Yes, please do.
Thank you, Agent Morgan. I'll get back to you then.
Well, so I guess some investment firm used to own it beforehand, but
I forgot to mention we should have asked about who called the cable guy, David Langford. Someone called him to the building. We should have asked. And it's too late now. We'll ask her if we speak to her again. Yeah. But where do they normally disconnect the cable?
it's usually outside the building, usually on the ground floor.
Yeah, it's outside, but in this normally, but in this building, because of the age of the building, when they built the infrastructure for cable lines, they had to run it through the basement.
I suggest we go and check it out.
God, I don't know what's fucking creepy here, the basement or this weird ass floor. Man, the sooner we get the fuck out of here, the better.
I don't feel any. It feels fine to me.
So you guys are going to the basement?
Apprehensively, yes.
Okay. So your 12:30, 3:30 hour block. Remember, you probably want to have lunch at some point after this, and then maybe wait for after the evening to talk to the lady if you want to.
Oh, no way. I got my protein bar. I got everything.
Oh,
I'm
good.
set.
Well,
Power
I
through
definitely
it.
need lunch.
Power bar through it. You guys make it to the basement, and you're kind of searching around. You notice the table. There's a table in kind of the middle of the basement, and it looks like a work table. Seems to have been set up for the artist to work on, like on purpose. You know, like a work area for the tenants to work on their art. And the table definitely seems like it's been used recently. There's kind of like stains from paint and things like that, but nothing fresh per se. But it doesn't look super old, if that makes any sense. Like the paint, you can still put your nail through it and feel the rubberiness. So it's not like old paint that's just kind of settled on and scraped off. And
that paint wasn't there when I initially checked, correct?
The day before, right? Correct. So the back, or the rest of the basement, there's 4 doors, kind of like where the rooms would be if it were the upstairs apartments, but they're all storage closets. So there's a lot of supplies and stuff, cleaning supplies and maintenance supplies. There are some art supplies, but nothing more. Now we can roll search or forensics. You get to pick, and each of you can roll, and you tell me what you get.
Well, can I actually search for the cable stuff? My specialty's in telecoms. I probably could isolate the cable system quite easily, but my search is terrible.
Perfect. Okay, so if you're specialized in telecoms, you can focus on that without having to roll.
Okay.
What about the other two of you?
Okay, so my search is 70. So here goes my roll. It's close to another double, but no, 65. So out of 70, I'm good.
Okay. And Morgan?
I got a search of 40, and we go ahead and roll a 65 gross.
65? Okay, so
I
you
fail. Yeah.
You were too busy doing push-ups to find anything. Meanwhile...
Too busy eating some dried cranberries and almonds.
Yeah. So Dr. Markov, you notice the cable line and then the box and all this area where the cable guy would have worked on. It's definitely been worked on recently. Like someone opened the box and stripped the cable and was definitely working on it, but whatever the work was, it wasn't done. So you definitely noticed that. And Santos, you find a phone, a cell phone.
Guys, I found a cell phone. Does it look like a woman's cell phone?
I don't know how you would know that unless it was a pink phone or something. Which, hey, there's a lot of...
It had like a case with a pink and flowers.
But many men, sport pink phones these days. So
Okay, well, does it turn on?
It does not turn on.
What type of phone is it? Are we able to potentially take the battery out?
It's a smartphone. It's a modern smartphone. The battery's built in. But it does have a SIM card and stuff, so you might be able to look into that.
Alright, well, yeah. Well, guys, I think we should at least take the SIM card. Or probably just take the whole phone with us at the very least. My assumption is that given the information that we received about Abigail's phone being last traced to the McCallister building, I have a feeling this is probably her phone.
Where did you find it, Santos?
It was in one of the closets, hidden inside some of the painting supplies.
Can I have a closer look at the closet?
Yeah, the closet is pretty much used as a storage for the painting supplies and art supplies for some of the tenants. Nothing... everything's kind of put away, and then I guess they bring it out when they use it, and they put it away when they're done using it. But it's kind of a community type of thing, so everyone has access to it.
Is there anything strange about the supplies themselves? Because with my background in art, do I notice anything?
The supplies look normal. They're typical art supplies. Nothing seems odd about them.
Okay.
I think we can go to a cell phone store, and buy a charger. And if they don't have it, then the cell phone store, they have a machine that can transfer all the information from one cell phone to another. We can buy a burner phone and transfer everything over and see what's on this.
I could just put the SIM card in my phone.
True, but the SIM card is not going to hold any picture or anything like that. You might get the contacts.
We could alternatively bring it to the police and let them deal with it.
No, I definitely can do the technological part of the transfer.
Alright, well, yeah, here, just take it then. So I guess while we're down here, you said the box was messed up with, but not finished?
It was tampered with, yeah. Someone was working on it, for sure. Whether it was tampered with or whether someone was actually a legitimate worker was working on it.
So, Doctor, what's your impression? Do you think the guy came in and abruptly left? Because it doesn't look like there's any evidence of a struggle or anything like that, so strange that he would just kind of leave halfway through.
It is strange. It looks like the work's been interrupted. Can you work out how many different rooms were supplied cable from this junction box? Because obviously we haven't seen any TVs.
He was disconnecting the 5 tenants, all 5.
Right, and he was halfway through doing all 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange. How many lines are running through the cable box? Is it more than the number of apartments?
No, there's a total of 12.
Okay. 4 per floor.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Huh. Yeah, I got nothing. What do you guys think?
So you guys still have a few things. I'm just kind of throw a little bone your way. Remember that you have the lady still that you wanted to interview.
Michelle. Yeah, she wasn't there.
Right. Remember also that you have the SIM card situation, if you want to work on that. And remember that the tenants, as artists, probably have agents that you may want to talk to.
Well, that's a good point. In the information that was given to us by the NYPD, did they happen to mention Abigail's agent, and if she had one?
No, there was no indication that she particularly had one. She seemed to have come across this windfall pretty quickly, and then she was trying to settle down in this place and then start working on her art more to then go a little bit more professional.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I could always go bust the door into that other lady's apartment.
Well, we can get an emergency warrant.
Yeah, we could. That's true. Can I use my law skill to know what the likelihood of us being able to get a warrant is?
With the information that you have, it'd be 0. You'd have to use your bureaucracy to convince, basically use your charm and your bureaucracy to convince your contacts to kind of pull some strings. But based on your law skill, with what you have legally, you'd get 0.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think we have enough of a case to get a warrant unless I pulled some strings, which I don't really want to do with something that's not concrete at all.
I think I can. Guys, the director of the DEA, which side note, innkeeper, I didn't realize I get 3 bonds. So my third bond is Richard Wetfuss, the DEA director.
Okay.
So I think I can guys, I think I can contact my director, the DEA, and tell him, because there is suspicion that this disappearance might be drug related, and we have a suspicion that Thomas is under the influence of some drug too. So we may be this whole building may be a drug center. I may be able to get Director Wetfuss to issue a warrant, to get me a warrant. Let me call him.
Yes, this is Director Wetfuss. How can I help you?
Oh, Mr. Richard Wetfuss. This is Santos. You remember me? I work at the school, trying to get those kids that are dealing the drugs.
It's been a while, yes. I've been very happy with your work in the past. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I have a good lead over here in New York. There's a suspicion that there's this drug house, but we can't get into any of the house, into the rooms. And we need to, our hands are tied, with the red tape of the law, so I need to see if I get a warrant. You think you can pull a string or two for me?
Well, maybe. Alright, roll me your bureaucracy roll. You can roll bureaucracy or persuasion.
Alright, so 74.
Although I like your work, we still have a lot of red tape that we have to work through. Santos, I'll do my best, but I don't think I'll be able to get you the warrant that you're looking for. I'll let you know.
Okay, Director. Anything you can do, I appreciate. You got my number.
Hey, you're the front lines, man. I respect your work. Don't think that this is any kind of thing against you, alright? I have my hands tied.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate, Director.
Keep up the good work.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't work.
I'm going to. I'm getting a bit hungry now, so I'm going to suggest that we have a work-in lunch. I'm going to go and get some food and work on downloading or transferring this data out of this phone.
Okay. Working lunch, 3:30. So we'll say about an hour and a half between getting there, eating, and do the work. So you guys go to Taco Bell, because where else?
I would never go there. And if we do, I eat nothing.
There's no other option.
I eat nothing.
Excuse you.
They have
the
lettuce.
power menu.
Yeah.
They have the power menu, the power burrito menu. So
I eat
Taco
dried
Bell, the only
cranberries
place
and
you
all
need.
this from my pocket. My body's my temple, alright? Listen.
Wow. Power burrito, man.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I'm sure they have some avocado around.
So you guys go to Taco Bell, and Morgan brings his little nuts and berries.
Oh my god.
And you work on the SIM card, and the good Dr. Markov has been able to get quite a bit of information from this cell phone. This cell phone clearly belonged to the cable operator, the cable guy.
Uh-huh.
His final texts and phone calls were the text was to his wife that he was, or his girlfriend, sorry, that he was just running one last job. He could probably be out a little bit later, and it was already starting to get dark. And the boss just telling him, "Hey, I'm pulling up to the place. I'll have this done in a jiffy, and then get back to the office, get the truck back."
So his truck should be around somewhere. What time was that?
So that was right around 4:45 p.m. That was the last of that SIM card as far as calls and texts. Sorry, guys.
So, was that the first day that we were in the building?
No, that wasn't anywhere close to the time that you guys were near the building. This was several weeks ago. Yeah, this was close to the end of June.
3 people go missing at random points going into the apartment and are never seen coming out.
Well, 2, you found one.
Well, the van was returned, or was it still in the parking lot?
The cable van is missing. That's why they thought he might have run away. They weren't sure if this was something related because they haven't found him or the van.
Can we check the cable companies to see who's been paying for cable?
Yeah, so while you're working, you call the cable company, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to shut them off at the end of the month." And none of them have paid their cable bill for 2 months.
And all the tenants have been paying for cable?
They'd all been subscribers, yeah, but they haven't been paying. No, they haven't been paying in the past 2 months.
And the tenants match up with the tenants we know about so far?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know the family of the missing cable person? Maybe one of us should follow that lead. Does that sound sensible?
I'm sure we can find it out pretty easily. Yeah, that does make sense. I want to go back and I want to learn more about Michelle, whoever this person is. It's very strange that these people living in this apartment have been there but not here, if that makes sense. Like, their mail has been piling up, they haven't been paying their bills. It's all very strange. And I still have all of her mail, speaking of which, too.
Oh, my phone is ringing. Hello?
Hey, it's Marcus.
Oh, hi, Marcus. What you doing, man?
Well, I was trying to call Dr. Markov, but his phone seems to be off. I don't know if he took his SIM card out or what, but anyways, he got a match on the tag for the truck, for the cable truck.
Oh? Where'd you see the match?
Yeah, it was abandoned.
Where?
Well, it was abandoned in a street known to be a place of, drug deals and prostitution. Yeah, looks like the van was stolen. So it's certainly possible the van might have been parked outside the building and stolen from there.
Oh, I see. Guys, the van has turned up in a bad neighborhood.
Well, let's fucking go check it out.
Let's go do it. Give me the address. I'll go see it, man.
All right, here it is.
Okay, thank you, Marcus.
So he gives you the address. It is coming. Let's see. It was 3:30 when you guys had your working lunch, and I said it'd be an hour and a half. So it's about 5 o'clock, and you guys are going to. It's just a few blocks down where they found the van.
I'll meet you guys there. I'm gonna take my jog there. My body is my temple. You gotta understand. I get up from the table. I slap a 20 on the table, and I take my jacket and tie it around my waist and start running.
Does he have to make an athletics check?
20 for a place that you didn't even eat anything at? Wow. Okay. Generous.
I'm a nice guy. What can I say?
Well, if you really wanted to be kind of badass, you'd tie your sweater around your neck like a preppy boy.
So you guys make it to the van. It's all messed up. I mean, there's graffiti on it. Tires are gone. It's just a complete mess. Windows are smashed in.
Is there any is any of the graffiti on it something that I would have seen around the city, or any strange like occult symbols in the graffiti?
No, not on the graffiti. No.
Okay.
I'll have a look in the van.
All right, let's look inside.
So inside, it's been stripped. I mean, people have taken even one of the seats. It's completely just destroyed inside. There are papers like thrown on the floor, and there are work orders and logs. So whoever owned this van, whoever was or worked in this van, was logging their jobs, and they went. Looks like their last job was at the McCallister building, and they logged that they pulled in around 4:45, and the job was expected to take about half an hour.
Does the van have like a back compartment, or is it just like a large passenger van?
Oh, it's like a large passenger van. I mean, whatever equipment was there is gone.
Okay.
Does it look like the vehicle was stolen? Has it been hotwired, or the door?
Yeah, it was definitely stolen. Yeah, there was it was hotwired, and there's no indication that there was any kind of key dangling or anything of the sort.
Yeah, I mean, they were thorough enough to take the starter out too, so whoever was stealing out of this van clearly didn't want to, have anyone else take from them too, so I'm gonna rifle through those logs real quick and just kind of see if there's anything relevant.
Nothing that stands out to you. It's a standard driver's log, and from the investigation of his disappearance that everything kind of was looked into, and nothing seemed fishy except when he was on his way to the McCallister, he disappeared. But now he made it to the McCallister.
Okay.
Street cameras, whether there was any watching the building around that time. Maybe we could sort of pull any surveillance from the street cameras. Do we know if there's any?
Yeah, I got a guy. Hold on, let me give him a call. I'll make a bureaucracy check.
Okay.
Given my experience as a New York firefighter, I probably know someone in the public records can help me out. Alright, so I got a 59.
Perfect. All right. So the people at the fire department say, okay, we'll look into the street cameras. There's none that directly point to the building or the parking of the building, but we can see, if something was driven off. Around what time? Around what day?
I would give them the pertinent information that they would need for that. Can you also do me a favor, pal? And is there any surveillance around the McCallister building?
No. Not particularly, and there's nothing that points directly to the building.
Is there anything that points maybe to the street, looking near the building?
The intersection and kind of in the corner, but nothing that gets to the building per se.
I mean, maybe even approximation might be enough to at least build our case here. So if you're able to get me some of that footage too, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, it's going to take a little time, but we can definitely get that for you.
All right. Well, so I can get it, but it's going to take us some time.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should check out. Maybe Michelle's back from work soon.
Maybe. I'll give her a call.
Hi, you've reached Michelle. Leave a message.
Motherfucker.
Wait, should we try and get hold of the agents for the other artists? Do we have any contacts other than interviewing all the people again? Presumably Roger will have. We should be able to find his publisher and an agent online.
Yeah, I would assume that's an easy Google search. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly use Google to look up Robert's name and like find his wiki. I'm assuming if he's a published author, he probably has a wiki page.
So, you do find Roger's wiki page, and his agent is named Carmen Wagner. But she's probably gone for the day because it's already about 5:15.
Yeah, maybe we'd just try and collect all the different agents now and then call them tomorrow. So does Lewis have an agent?
So Lewis, yeah, he's got an agent.
I'll Google him too.
You Google him, and it's Mike Severs is the name of Lewis's agent.
Okay. And then Michelle, do we know much about Michelle?
No, I think it's worth at least popping back into the McCallister building to see if she's home.
Did you want to Google her, or you just want to go in there?
I'll Google her real quick. I mean, I might as well. I got it open.
So what you're able to find online is that she's a poet, writer and poet, feminist, poetry and fiction, and she actually won an award. She was picked up by Berkeley publishers. 2 of her poems won local awards. So she's definitely on a Google search. But that's all you're able to find out.
Okay.
And no agent?
It doesn't look it. Well, I kind of want to go back to the McCallister building.
I'll do a quick search on my phone for Mark Rourke as we're en route to the building.
Mark Rourke, you don't find anything on Mark Rourke. Like a deeper search just gets you like some guy, some kind of portly guy from the 1930s who lived in New York, but that's all you know.
Something at least.
Okay, you enter the McCallister building, and it's now about 5:30. It is getting a little darker outside, but it's not quite dark yet. When you enter the lobby, you hear someone talking down in the basement.
Can I make an alertness check to see if I can hear specifically what they're saying?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me alertness.
Oh, that's not good. I rolled a 78 out of 50.
Alright, let me roll. You freaking kidding me? 87.
I got a 20.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe you'll succeed.
That's what is that? 69.
Oh lordy! It's the Taco Bell man.
Told you guys not to eat that shit.
All of you are trying to listen, but you're so distracted by the muscles on Robert Morgan that you can't focus, and so you hear talking. Sounds like a conversation, but you only hear one voice, but you can't tell what it's saying.
I'm gonna go down in the basement.
Yeah, I'm going.
Wait, guys, shh. We should probably maybe be a little quiet. Maybe see if we can overhear anything before we rudely interrupt somebody. So I'm gonna try and stealth my way down and see if I can get the jump.
Lordy.
All right, go ahead.
10%. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Oh God.
Ah, yes, 3.
What?
I got a 3.
You got a 3? What? So you guys see Morgan trying to sneak down, and you feel like his powerful thigh, as it thrusts down onto the lower step, is gonna break right through. But then it lands very softly and gently on each step below, and makes its way down. Robert, as you're getting closer down to the actual basement downstairs, you can hear a little bit more clearly. And it's clear now that someone's having a conversation. They might be on the phone, because you can only hear one person, and he's just like, yeah, well, I was thinking next time I was going to go for a more realistic approach. Well, I mean, that's probably a good idea. I think I'm going to go ahead and try that.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yes. I'm sorry, and I did the wrong voice, but you do recognize the voice. And it is that of Thomas Manuel.
So yeah, I'm just going to kind of stand there and listen to him.
Yeah, so he's talking clearly about some kind of work of art that he's working on, and someone's kind of giving him advice, it seems. Yeah, I mean, I think this time this is going to be my great work. That's actually what I'm going to title it. Yeah, my great work. Yeah. Oh, them? Yeah, I don't think that they were trying to stop me from, accomplishing my goals or anything. Sure, they held me down when I was little, but, I was able to find my own way and do my own thing, so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't need to really call them. So that's kind of what you're hearing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of...
Are you making your way all the way down?
Yeah. And I'm going to signal to everyone else to kind of inch forward.
So as you make your way down, you see Thomas Manuel, sitting at the table, at the work table, and he's having a conversation with himself. There's no phone. But there's no response to... He's hearing responses clearly, but there's no one there. Hey! What the fuck are you guys doing here?
What do you mean, what the fuck we're doing here? What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm trying to do my work over here. What the fuck?
Thomas, the door's open.
Well, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. What the fuck? Who do you think I'm talking to?
I mean, earlier. Your greatest work? Really? That's a terrible title.
Oh, so what? Now you're here to steal my work now?
No. Here to at least give you a better name.
Who the fuck are you? Who are you people?
I'm gonna disengage from the conversation and look at my two fellow agents and be like, he doesn't fucking recognize us.
Hey, why don't you make believe you're his agent?
Okay. Yeah, I got the... You think I got the looks for it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. I think he believe it, man. He's crazy. Crazy, that guy.
Yeah, well, as your agent, I need you to listen up to what I gotta say to you, alright?
Get the fuck out of here. I'm working over here. I'm trying to do some work.
Can I try to persuade that I'm his agent?
My agent. My agent.
Damn it. Okay.
You know what? Just get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to get some work here, okay? You want to help me out?
This is fruitless.
I'm going to change tack and say, sorry to interrupt, Thomas. We just heard you talking and came to see what was happening. What sort of work are you doing?
You come here asking questions of me? I don't even know who the fuck you are. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Cógelo con el
How do you know my
easy,
name?
Thomas. We saw you online. We're very interested. We're art dealers. We're very interested in your work.
You're interested in my work? What are you doing over here? At 5... What time is it? 5:30.
Well, we came from an art show at the gallery, and we were very interested in looking at new or upcoming artists, and we Googled it, and you came up. And so here we are.
Well, I'm nowhere near done working on it, okay? Why don't you come back in a month?
Oh, we just want to get an idea what you kind of work on.
All right. You said you know who I am. Now you don't know what I'm working on?
Well, you could be taking a different direction. Lots of artists take different direction.
It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind.
Whoa, right? Whoa.
It's gonna blow your mind.
We don't talk like that around here no more, man.
Yeah, I talk like that because there's no other description as to what this is going to be. It's going to blow your fucking mind.
I'm gonna pull the the piece of paper with the strange occult symbol on it
You're gonna
and show it to him.
Okay. So he sees the symbol. And he goes, "Oh, I see what's going on here." Okay, Roger. Nice little game you got there. He starts packing up his stuff. Kind of just throws it all in one bunch, one pile. Throws it in a bag, and then throws it in the closet. And it starts heading upstairs. I see how things are, Roger.
Wait, Thomas.
What? Who are you people?
Thomas, I had a question for you. Have you seen
Michelle
Michelle or Mark?
Michelle lives upstairs, all right?
Have you seen her? Have you seen her today?
Listen, man, do I look like the receptionist over here? I'm just going upstairs to my room. So leave me the fuck alone.
I think I triggered him.
Shall we follow him?
Why did he mention Roger when I showed him the symbol? That's strange. I'm gonna go have a chat with Mr. Roger. Maybe you guys follow up on Michelle?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll start with you guys going to Michelle's then. Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Yes, hi. We're from the FBI. We'd like to talk to you about Abigail.
What? Abigail? Well, come on in. So you go in, and the apartment is huge. I mean, the room is like 5 times the size of all the other apartments you've been to in this building. It smells like cigar smoke and alcohol, like sweaty drunks. There are couches everywhere. It looks almost like a lounge, but there's nobody there other than Michelle just sitting there. She's a portly lady with like half her hair shaved, pink ends on her hair, with your search skill. Who's got a search skill above 40 or 40 or above?
No.
Oh, search? I do. I have a 70.
So as you're quickly scanning the room, you notice the bookshelf in the corner. It's like the same book, like over and over, like maybe 30 copies of the same book.
And I mean, is it important what book it is, or
if you want to get a closer look? But she says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Yes. We had some questions. You knew Abigail, right?
Oh yes, the poor girl. Yes.
Poor girl.
Who are you people?
Poor girl. Why'd you say poor girl? We're the FBI, and my name is Santos, and this is Doctor Malakoff.
Malakoff. Nice to meet you, Michelle.
Ah. Yeah, I'm sure. So, you are looking for Abigail. Well, she's got herself into a bit of an abusive relationship, I'm afraid, with that salesman.
Oh, what salesman is that? What does he sell? Who is he? What's his name?
The encyclopedia salesman. I don't know. They live on 6. I don't care about these things anymore. I try to warn the girl about men, but, well...
What you mean they live on 6?
Girl.
This building only have 3 floors.
What are you smoking? What are you drinking? They live on 6. Now, do you have any other questions? I'm a little busy, as you can see.
I know, and we appreciate the time you're taking to answer our question. We have a few more questions for you. It helps us a lot, okay? Because her daddy missed her a lot. He hasn't heard from her.
Her daddy misses her. I'm sure he does. You, Dr. Markov. What are you a doctor of?
Oh, thanks for asking, Michelle. I work in telecommunications, but I'm also working with the FBI and trying to find missing persons. Any support much appreciated in trying to find Abigail. You were close?
No, we weren't close. I was just looking out for a girl. After all, I knew she was getting herself into some trouble when she started seeing that man.
So you mentioned trouble. What sort of trouble was this salesman?
Well, I just feel maybe he was abusing her. He seemed to have full control of her. Well, you know how it goes. And like a submissive, good little girl, she was doing what she needed to do.
So how long were they seeing each other for?
Well, I don't know. All I know is I saw them together, and I tried to warn her. Maybe a month or so ago, but who knows how long they've been seeing each other before then. A couple of months ago, not a month ago.
And you say he lives on the 6th?
Yeah, they live on 6th, as far as I remember.
Michelle, so do you know this guy, Mark Rourke?
Mark Rourke. Yes, I'm acquainted with the man. What about him?
Okay. How you know him?
He hangs out at the smoking lounge upstairs. That's all I know.
The smoking lounge upstairs, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Kind of a fat man. He likes to smoke cigars and, well, not my type, if you know what I mean.
You're not so slim yourself, but...
Excuse me.
Do you know Thomas? You get along with Thomas?
Sure. I don't think anybody really gets along with Thomas. Thomas gets along, but that's about it.
Oh, is he on drugs?
I don't think he's on any drugs.
So why nobody get along with him?
Well, I mean, he's aggressive and quite boisterous.
Let me ask you something, Michelle, because I lost my watch. What day is it? And what year?
What day? It's August 12th. August 12th, 2019. What's the matter with you? What year?
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure because I forgot.
Michelle, do you think you could show us the smoking lounge? We're not familiar with the building.
I'm not in the mood to go out. If I was to go to the smoking lounge, I'd have to get dressed and ready. You guys feel free to go there yourselves. It's upstairs, just above 3. Now, if you don't mind, I'll get back to my packing up.
Sure. Okay, now, one last question for you, Michelle, before I go. And as I'm asking this, I'm going to step towards the books to see what they are.
Yeah. The title is The Role of a Woman, and role is in quotation marks.
Michelle, you seen any dogs in this building?
Yeah. The dog lives upstairs somewhere. Maybe on 4.
On 4? Okay.
Thomas likes to play ball with him.
Oh, good. Hey, does this building have a name?
Yeah, it's called the McCallister Building.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Michelle. Let me.
So as you pull the book off the shelf and they're talking to her, you notice the cover is a smarmy looking guy. Like, he's got a big smirk, and he's sitting on a couch, sitting back with his legs crossed and his arms all the way sprawled out on the couch, smoking a cigar, while a lady is bringing him a sandwich on a plate.
Okay.
Michelle, is this a book you've been involved with?
What? Which book? Oh, The Role of a Woman. It's one of my favorite feminist books, next to the more recent one that I found, King in Yellow. But this is quite possibly my favorite book. Why?
You mentioned The King in Yellow there. Have you what experience have you had with that book?
Oh, it's one of the greatest achievements in feminism in the history of humanity.
Do you happen to have a copy?
I do. Would you like to read it? I'd be happy to get it for you. Give me 1 second. She goes into another room in her very large apartment and brings back a very thin little book, paperback, and it says The King in Yellow on the cover.
Wow. So how long have you had this, Michelle?
Can't say I remember where I got it or how long ago, but I'm familiar with it enough that I can pass it along to you if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. Now I'm going to turn to the Dr. Malakov. We should take this to Agent Morgan because he knows about King in Yellow and see if he knows anything about this.
Yes, I think my background's in books and first editions, and so I can
good.
have a look into it.
So, Markov, because of your photographic memory, you remember seeing a book in a bookstore, since you like going to bookstores, called The Role of Women. Same author, same title, but you remember the cover was way different. It was a woman in a business suit with her arms crossed, kind of looking at the reader. A really powerful looking woman, like, you know, like some kind of CEO. And that was the cover before. You don't remember this cover at all.
So that's backwards. Can I have a closer look at the one that Santos picked up? His publishing date.
Put that down now. Come on. Yeah, the publishing, everything's the same as the other one.
Michelle, would it be
Put that down
possible
now.
to have
Please leave.
one of the copies of these as well? You seem to have a lot on your shelf.
What do you mean one of? I have one copy of one of my favorite books.
So we'll point to the shelf, and she's got a whole shelf full of them.
You may borrow it. Just promise to bring it back.
Okay. Thank you very much, Michelle.
You're very welcome. Have a nice day.
You've been very helpful.
Of course I have.
We've got some books in our possession that we need to look into in a bit more detail. Marcus was, and maybe even Robert might have something to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should meet up with Robert and see what he's doing.
Yep.
Okay, Robert, it's your 3-hour block. You're going to Roger. He opens the door. Yes. May I help you?
Roger Karen?
That's me. What can I do for you?
My name is Agent Robert Morgan of the FBI. I'd like to speak with you a moment about a missing persons case.
Mm-hmm. Who's missing?
One of your neighbors, Abigail Wright. Are you familiar with this person?
Missing persons? She's never left the building. Yeah, I'm familiar with her. Huh. What's the situation?
She was reported missing a few days ago, and we were sent out to investigate the situation. May I come inside and have a conversation for a second?
Yes, do come on in. So he looks completely baffled. So what's this about Abigail missing? When was she missing? If I may ask.
Sorry not to interrupt, but can I have a glass of water? I'm a little peckish.
Oh, well, yes. You may have some water.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Of course. So, what's this about the disappearance of Abigail?
So she went missing a few days ago and was reported missing by her father, and we were sent to investigate. And we went into the room and saw a bunch of strange symbols, and was wondering if you had any knowledge about this. I pull the symbol out of my pocket and I slide it across the table.
What is this? Abigail's not missing. She lives on 6. Apartment F109. What is this you're showing me? What is the meaning of this?
I quickly take it back and put it into my pocket. Appreciate your time, Roger. That's all I'll need for now.
You notice there's papers on the floor, like typewritten papers. So it looks like kind of like how a play would look in typewritten form. And they're kind of all over the ground. And then he's like looking at you. What is this? Why are you showing me this?
I don't even answer. I just get up and leave. Strange. Why would he have all that stuff across the... Can I use my human int to kind of get a read on him?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me human. He slowly closes the door, and you sense him staring at you as he closes the door. Like he keeps peeking through the little whatever's opening is left.
18.
Yeah, you get a sense that he's hiding something. You can't put your finger on it.
What the hell is going on? Every person I've shown this symbol to has gotten very erratic all of a sudden, very volatile. And he said, apartment F1309? What? There's only 3 floors in this building. Can I see a set of stairs in the hallway going up?
Well, yeah, I mean you're on the first tenant floor, so yeah, you can see a set of stairs going up. No, the same ones, going up to 3 or 2 and then 3.
I'm gonna go up to the 3rd floor.
I'm not there to hold your
Cold
hand.
and clammy.
You feel a little empty inside as you get to the 3rd floor because you don't have your hand held like you were before. But you manage to gather your wits about you. Yeah, and you gather your inner strength, and you make it up the final step. And the 3rd floor looks way different. The carpet looks newer, and the one door that leads upstairs to the roof, it looks again like a stairway up, just like normal, like from the first and second floors.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going up. If there's a 6th floor, I'm gonna go up to the 6th floor.
So you go up, and there's no roof. It's not taking you to the roof like before. You are now in a very busy smoking lounge. There are people there, smoking cigars and having drinks, and there are servants walking up and serving on a 4th floor that should not exist.
The King in Yellow, Act 1, Scene 2.
What the?
Now that they have found a mysterious 4th floor, the investigators may have realized that they are in over their heads. Will they find Abigail, or will they also fall under the weight of the unnatural forces that surround them? Find out next time on the Great Old Ones Gaming Podcast for the horrifying conclusion of Night Force, starring Sora J as Malikoff, Gio as Agent Santos, and Nate as Agent Robert Morgan. I am Innkeeper Vase Odin. Try to get some sleep.